right.
All right, so My Hero Academia, right? Season 2 just ended. Like, what episode are you on?
I'm on episode 24, but I think the episodes for the the dub version is different because on the subtitled version, you guys are on episode 38.
Yeah, I finished. That's why I ended
On the
episode.
dubbed version, I'm on episode 24, but it's in the same area as episode.
I don't understand.
Well, no, it's not in the same. It's different. I'm trying to figure out.
Why did they skip some things, or like maybe they skipped
No,
some
they didn't
filler?
skip anything. It's just like episode 24 is like the last episode where they were in the city, like they were taking the exams, the finals to their exams.
Yeah.
What episode is that for the subtitle?
They're in the city taking the finals to the exam. That's like episode. I think that was in the 30s. That was in the 30s, maybe 32 or something like that.
Yeah, so you guys have a couple more episodes than.
I think it's because like the sub might have had some fillers or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I think no, actually, no, yeah, the dub version is straight to the point.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I like that though. I mean, when I was watching the sub version, they were going shopping and shit, and I was like, I don't really want to watch that.
Yeah.
I like the action. I mean, there's probably gonna be action there, like, but I don't know. Cause when I watched that shit, they were shopping. They were like, hey, since we're off that day, let's all go shopping or something. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be that type of shit. So yeah.
But like, how do you feel about like the season in general though?
This season in general?
Yeah. Do you like it better than season 1?
Oh yeah, there's a lot more action than season 1 because Deku just got his powers and shit. So
yeah, I feel like season 1 they were trying to build up, like they were like, it's introduction season,
yeah,
so they had to like develop the characters or like introduce you to certain characters,
right.
And like this season was where like you get most of the payoff. So like Todoroki, you get more into his character, which was I love that part. Like I love his backstory and stuff, especially his mother and like I didn't really expect.
She's crazy. His mom's crazy.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, I didn't expect like the way they went into like that dark of a situation. Like when his father, who's supposed to be like a number 2 hero, is actually like abusive to his mother.
Abusive how though? Because I think my brain just skipped right past that.
No, but there was a scene where like his mother was trying to so Todoroki was training with his father, and like his father was pushing him too hard, and his mother trying to get him to stop, and then like it didn't show it, but it kind of implied that he slapped her.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like.
So there, she wasn't an abuser. I get it.
Yeah.
But then
and that's probably why she snapped.
And she threw the hot water at his like fireside.
Yeah, because like there's this, I forget what it's called, but there's this thing like when women after they give birth they have like this. I don't know if it's a mental issue or something like that, where it's like
menopause.
No, they don't like the baby or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have a strong disdain to the baby or something like that. So maybe like.
For how long though? I thought it was when they were born.
Yeah, it's usually right after they're born. But I'm thinking maybe it's something like that. Because of the abuse and like.
That they went through during the childbirth.
No, like the abuse that she went through with his father.
Mm.
Yeah, it might have caused like a similar situation where like she looks at that side of him and she only sees like the father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, to throw boiling hot water.
I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm just saying like she was like she was in like a bad situation.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying the blame is completely off of her.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's just certain certain ways you can go about a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing about like getting off of the subject of Todoroki, Midoriya.
Yeah.
The main character, like it was episode 24 for the dubbed version where Midoriya and Bakugo had to work together.
Yeah.
To pass their exams. And both Bakugo and Midoriya are kind of pissing me off.
Oh,
Now,
also.
Midoriya, he's still acting like a little bit of a bitch.
I mean,
If I'm just saying,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
if a nigga slaps me, I'm punching him in the face. I don't care if it's Bakugo. I will slam Bakugo on his neck, bro.
Yeah, I see. I get what you're saying, but like at the end of the day, like he was kind of a wimp to begin with. Well, he was a wimp to begin with, Midoriya.
Yeah.
And it's like when you give someone like that, like ability, like it would like for me, if Midoriya just got powers and like he got all like cocky and confident right after he got the powers, it wouldn't seem real to me.
Yeah. And I wouldn't really like him that much.
Yeah, it wouldn't seem real to me. So I like the slow build up of his confidence. I mean, for some people, probably like sometimes it gets really annoying when he's like he's like really scared or something like that. Like
it gets really annoying.
Yeah, but I do appreciate the slow build up of his confidence and character.
Right. And then there's Bakugo, which I feel like he's a self-loathing character.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't approve of himself, therefore he whenever he thinks about Midoriya getting better, he hates himself a little more, and then he has more animosity.
I think that's the perfect way to describe him, honestly. I mean, I've seen the manga, and then there's something coming up. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like if you haven't seen it, if you haven't read it yourself, but like there's a part in the manga where you get to see more into like Bakugo's character, like more into his like mentality and whatnot. You get to see him grow a little bit too, which is like after that point. Like before that point, I didn't really like him because he was just loud and annoying. But after that point,
the first season?
No, I'm talking season 1 and 2. He was
1 and 2.
Yeah, he's loud and annoying. But after that point in the manga, I kind of started looking at him a little bit differently.
I like the cockier side of him though, because remember when they first I think it was the first exam or something, or when they first got into high school.
Yeah.
Where they were in the competition. And Bakugo, he walks up to the mic and says, he's like, I'm going to beat all of you, or something along that line. I thought that was hilarious because there's another anime, the cookie anime that I told you about. Shokugeki, yeah, where the main character, he walks up and he does the same thing, and I like that shit. I like that shit. It makes a character,
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you call that, bravado or something like that?
Yeah, that is bravado.
I like that. I like that about certain characters.
Yeah, because sometimes certain characters make it work,
Yeah.
Like, I know you haven't seen JoJo yet, but
I've watched a bit of JoJo.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was all in the same episode.
I'm talking JoJo Part 3 when you have Jotaro. Like, he has it's kind of a cocky attitude with him, but like he does it in a way that it's so likable when he does it.
the one where I think he's like a high school student and he has that high school jacket or something.
Yes, that one. Yeah. There's a cocky attitude sometimes, but for him it works somehow. Like the way he's written and like the way he's like even designed, or just the way he's drawn specifically, it just makes it work with him.
Yeah, I've seen an episode like on Toonami, where they're in his that season where he's in it.
Yeah.
And I like this character right away.
Yeah, he's a really interesting character.
Granted, I only saw a fraction of the episode because I didn't want to spoil it too much for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, but from what I saw, I liked this character, and that's why I have a love-hate thing going with Bakugo, because on one hand, like, I don't like his self-loathing part of him.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of annoying. It makes him more of a dickish character, and yeah, I don't really like that.
Let me ask a question though. So are you the type that likes a character to be like likable from the very beginning, or are you okay with growing to like a character over time?
It's different for certain characters, like Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
Like you know Jaime Lannister from the get go, you want that guy to die in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then when you spend more, when he's with Brienne, you start to see a different side of him that makes you change your outlook on him. But then when he comes back to Cersei, he's he's going along with her again, and it kind of annoys me.
Well, that again is just in the show, but let's not get into that before we get roasted. Yeah, that's just in the show. In the books, it's very different the way he reacts when he comes back to Cersei.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite character from My Hero Academia?
My favorite character?
Yeah.
what's his name? It's weird because he's my favorite character, but I always forget his name.
Is he the one with the crow forehead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's my favorite character.
Tokiyomi. Yeah.
Tokiyomi.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Like, I like his powers. It's like
Yeah,
it's straight. Like, it kind of makes me wonder, like, how do quirks work? Like,
yeah,
how did humans mutate into this?
yeah. It's like with him, it's like a Peter Pan thing because in Peter Pan, Peter Pan's shadow actually has like a whole personality on its own.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, like, how did you mutate into that? Like, I understand mutating into a bird head.
Yeah.
Kind of. I can kind of understand that.
I
But
want to know what happened. Like, was there like a nuclear battle or something?
No, apparently it's just like, one day a baby was born and the baby was glowing. I mean, like, okay, that's possible. There are creatures in real life that actually glows, yeah. But, like, how do you go from a glowing baby to a man with a bird head with a living shadow?
I've seen a whole lot of shit.
And not
and
even
the bug
that.
guy.
Not even that. Like, how do you, like that? The bug guy, that kind of makes sense talking to other species, yeah. But, like, what about when you get to the guy who's a black hole? 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you turn into a black hole? How'd you come out of your mother a black hole?
That's a good question.
Oh wait. It kind of makes sense because didn't they say in the show that when you're born you don't really have your quirk yet?
Yeah, that's true.
So he could have come out like 13 could have come out a normal child.
Yeah, and then
turn into a black hole. So it makes sense.
That'd be weird. That'd be an awkward situation, though. You just holding baby in your arm, you breastfeeding your baby, and like boom, black hole in your chest.
Word.
That'd be an awkward situation.
That's funny.
Yeah. So season 2, what's your verdict? What would you rate? What would you rate season 2? Like
season 2.
Yeah. Like, you want to do a letter grading or like
I'll do a number grading. Out of 10.
1 to 10, yeah.
From 1 to 10. I give season 2 a 7.5.
A 7.5?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give it higher than that actually. Like, I'd probably give it like a 8.5. Yeah, because I'm taking into account like everything, like the character development, the action, and the incredible anime. Oh my god,
the
the animation was
dope.
Absolutely fantastic.
What
company?
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure what company it was that did the animation.
Yeah, I should look that up.
Yeah, I should too. But I think it was the fight scene between not Bakugo, Todoroki and Midoriya. That fight scene, yeah, that fight scene was amazing.
I thought it was just cool the way he was pushing his body.
Yeah,
he was, instead of like full on breaking an arm or a leg, he was
using
like,
fingers. Yeah, great. And then like he reused the thing, broken fingers. I don't know how like anime characters, man, they just got no they just got willpower. It's crazy.
And I guess it makes sense for him. I was about to say it didn't really make sense because his character was such a wimpy guy that he out of nowhere he could just like push himself to that extent. So I thought that was pretty weird, but at the same time he did train for it, and his character just shows that how determined he is to prove himself.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
So all in all, you excited for season 3?
Yes, definitely.
Most definitely.